Hello viewers, today we'll be talking about laws of indices. Okay, meanwhile those of you who are watching, I need you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay, and share and like. Okay, thank you as you do that. So quickly we'll be talking about the laws of indices. Now, as the word implies, laws of indices. Now it means principles of what indices. And what is the meaning of indices? Indices is the plural of index. Indices is the plural of what? Index. Okay? Now, what does index mean? Index means power. Index means what? Power. Okay? For instance, if I have 5 raised to the power, 3, the index here is what? 3. If I have a raised to the power minus 2, okay, the index here is what? Minus 2. Are you getting it? So the word indices, okay, is the plural of what? Index. So it means power. So therefore, laws of indices is talking about the principles that guides whenever numbers or alphabets are expressed in their powers. How to analyze numbers in powers. Okay, we'll use these laws. Okay, so today we'll be dealing with the laws of what? Indices. First we are going to talk about the multiplication law. The multiplication law. Okay, the multiplication law. Now, for instance, if I have 5 raised to the power 7 multiply 5 raised to the power of 4, the multiplication law is saying that whenever the basis of numbers with powers, okay, have the same base and they are multiplying, or we say when the bases are the same and they are multiplying, what you do, you take one of the bases and add their powers. That is the meaning of the law. Okay, multiplication law. Whenever you see numbers or bases the same and they are multiplying, okay, what you do is to write down one of the bases, which is 5. This is 5, this is 5. So the bases are what? 5. Okay, but their powers, okay, what you do to them is to add their powers. So you take one of the bases, which is 5, and then you add their powers. 7 plus 4, okay, and 7 plus 4 is what? 11. So I'm going to write 5 raised to the power 11. Okay, that is how multiplication law is what? Done. Okay, so the next one is division law. Okay, number 2. Okay, division law. So for instance, if I have 3 raised to the power of 9 dividing 3 to the power of 4, okay, now the law says that because the bases are the same, I'm going to write one of the bases, which is 3, but their powers, because they are divided, I'm going to subtract their powers. That is the meaning. So I'm going to say 9 minus 4. Okay, and I'll write my base and say 9 minus 4 is what? 5. So this side is done. Okay, so division law is saying that whenever the bases are the same, okay, and they are dividing, you take one of the bases and subtract their powers. Okay, you can also say 3 raised to power 9. 3 into 9 divided by 3 into 4, and then when you divide, it's still going to give you the same answer, the same thing to the multiplication law, but we are applying laws. This law is to make it simple. Okay, that is why we are applying the law. So it is the same thing. All right. So the next law we are going to talk about is number 3, power law. Okay, power law. All right. For instance, if I have 5 raised to the power 3, 5 raised to the power 3. Look at it. Why it is called power law is this. This is the base and this is the power. So if you have 5 raised to the power 3, now the power 3 is telling us that we should multiply 5 in 3 times, or we should multiply 5 3 times. That's the meaning. So this means 5 will multiply itself 3 times. Okay, 5 raised to the power 3 means 5 times 5 times 5. Okay, that's the meaning. If I have 5 raised to the power 2, it means 5 times 5, just like that. So that is the power law. So 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. Okay, that is how it is. Okay, so the next one is zero index. Zero index. You know what zero is? You know what index is? I told us that index is power. Okay, index is power. So when we say zero index, it means when the power is what? 0. That is the meaning. When the power is what? 0. Alright, for instance, if I can have a raised to the power 0, or I can have say 5 raised to the power 0. Okay, but that's the 1000 or 105 raised to the power 0. Anything. Okay, so a raised to the power 0, the law says that anything raised to the power 0 is what? 1. Anything raised to the power 0 is what? 1. So if I have a raised to the power 0, the answer is what? 1. If I have 5 raised to the power 0, the answer is what? 1. If I have 105 raised to the power 0, the answer is what? 1. That's how it is. So it's a law. Alright. The fifth law we are going to talk about is negative index. Okay, negative index. Okay, now you know what negative is? Minus. And you know what index is? Power. So this means when the power is a negative 1. Okay, for instance, if I have a raised to the power minus 1, or minus, you see the same thing, or I have 5 raised to the power minus 2. Okay, if I have something like this, what this means is this. You know, we have a raised to the power minus. It means that the power, the index is what? Negative. That's why we have negative index. So the power is what? Negative. Yeah, 5 raised to the power minus 2. The power is what? Negative. Are you getting it? Alright. So whenever the power is negative, how do you do it? How do you do it? Okay. So for instance, a raised to the power minus 1. What it means is this. According to the law, because of this negative sign here, I'm going to write 1 all over the number or the base. Okay, the base, which is what? A raised to the power what? This one here, 1. Okay, but a raised to the power 1 is still A, so I'm going to write 1, this one, all over. A raised to the power 1 is what? Still A, so I'm going to write A. So this is the answer. Okay, the other one, 5 raised to the power minus 2. What is the meaning? Whenever you see something like this, Because of this negative sign here, I'm going to write 1 all over the base, which is what? 5 raised to power what? The 2 here, okay? And then here, we have a power here that we need to, okay, resolve. So I'm still going to maintain this one. 1 all over 5 raised to power 2 means 5, that is the power law, applying the power law now. 5 times what? 5, okay? So I'm still going to write 1 all over 5 times 5, which is what? 25, okay? And that's how it is, okay? So check out for the part 2.